Hey guys, it's Caroline, career and leadership coach. And I received a question from one of my clients, and I thought to share the answer with you, as this is a common question. And it's one of the rookie mistakes I see many job seekers make for senior roles. Now, the question is about tweaking your resume or tweaking your LinkedIn profile to make sure you capture every role that you can do, that you're interested in, or that you want to explore. And my advice, first of all, is not to do that. And I will tell you in a second why. But imagine if you are a marketing manager. It's like, okay, I'm a marketing manager, but I don't want to put that specific on my resume or LinkedIn profile because I can also do sales and pre-sales, and I want to explore account management. And so the problem is, if people don't know you, if you are not referred, and if they don't know you, they don't care. They have a problem. And yes, you can list everything that you can do and interested in and they want to explore on your resume and LinkedIn profile, but they won't reach out to you. Because if they don't know you, then they're going to see all these things you can do, but nothing that can actually solve their problem. So at this stage, you have to learn that you utilize your resume and your LinkedIn profile to position yourself and to actually like sell yourself. And even if you're a marketing manager and you want to go for a sales role or a pre-sales role or an account manager role or whatever role it is, then you have to diversify your job search. Know that just pressing the apply online button and hope that HR finally is going to say like, hey man, you finally came on the market and you actually picked the job that I want to recruit for. That is not going to happen, because if they don't know you, they only care about the problem they have and the role, why they want to hire for that specific role. So you have to think about what is your unique value proposition. What do you have to offer to your company that you specialize in, that you can contribute? And that is so important to nail down and pin down. And then you have to think about, okay, if I want to explore different positions, if I want to be considered for other roles, how can I diversify my job search? How can I build a connection, a relationship, and then make sure that that person refers me to a role? And that happens all the time. I know people that were in one profession and just turned it around 360 and just landed a job in another industry, but it was not due to the traditional ways of looking for a job, not by hitting the apply online button. And the best analogy that I can give, and maybe it's not really the best analogy, and please let me know if you have a better one, but one that I always think about, it's like a restaurant. If a restaurant does Chinese food and pizza and Mexican food and Japanese food and a steak, and it's a small restaurant that does everything, it's not appealing unless you are referred by somebody that says like, oh man, oh, that restaurant is good, you have to go there. But normally we don't like a restaurant or anything to have every single thing, because that we shy away from that. And that's the same when you position yourself. So you have to really think about, okay, how can I position myself? And in this market where it's highly competitive, what's even more important is like, how can I position myself for the jobs that are available right now, for the problems that people have right now, whether that is e-commerce, whether that's in digital, whether that is in IT, whatever that is, that you can say, how can I pivot and make sure that I reposition myself to get a job ASAP? But that's only if you're looking for a job as soon as possible. Otherwise, you can actually make sure, because times will change, things will pick up. And the difference between now and the time when it picks up, the biggest difference is how you choose to respond. and how you choose to make an impact and implement, like to get your act together, to find out what your genius zone is, what your unique value proposition is, how you want to position yourself in the market. You update and upgrade your resume, your LinkedIn profile accordingly. You build up a strategy, because most people, they come to me and they have been neglecting their network for years. And so it's like, okay, how do I reactivate that? But before you do that, you have to make sure you position yourself right, because otherwise they're going to perceive you as a person they worked with 10 years ago. And that might not be the perception that you want to give away right now. So you see, there is a lot of components that need to work together. And this process doesn't need to take long. It's not months and months you need to work on this discovery and this change. It can happen very quickly, because creating your pitch and your unique value proposition, that can be done in a couple of days. Creating and updating your resume and LinkedIn profile, again, a couple of days. So the only part that really takes a little bit more time is the strategy part, because that is really thinking about how can I diversify my my network or my job search? How can I tap into like opportunities that aren't advertised on the market? And how can I open back doors to top companies? How can I make sure that they create opportunities that aren't even advertised? So there's all these things that are possible, but it all starts with you, and it starts with you making a choice. Anyway, I hope this helped in terms of you getting an understanding that you don't have to pigeonhole yourself with a certain job title, but you have to create that clarity. So don't think about that I'm all about, you have to pigeonhole yourself in a certain box, because that is not what I'm about. It's about creating clarity to the other person, what they can expect about the problem that you solve, your pitch, your unique value proposition. And if you dilute that, if you try to communicate with everyone, no one is going to hear you. If the strategy of throwing your net as wide as possible and hoping something will stick, it's not working. In all my years of working as an executive recruiter and HR professional, I've seen that never work efficiently unless you actually get referred to a role. And to be honest, like, they don't care at that stage about your resume, your LinkedIn profile. They care more about, okay, you've been referred. That guy says you're really good at this. And so that becomes more important than anything else. It's that reference. But if you are at the stage that you have to rely on those communication channels to communicate your brand, yourself, then you have to choose a specific area that really positions you for the roles that you want to do. And you also have to think about, do you really want to do all of these different type of roles? If you're a marketing manager, or do you really want to do sales, or would you want to do pre-sales or account management? And because the question is also, it's not because you can do it that you have to do it. And yes, you might say, like, I want to suck it up. It is crisis, and with everything that happened, I'm looking for a job ASAP. So I'm definitely flexible. But if you're flexible, that means that you have to really actively work on diversifying your job search, not on your resume, because, like I said, having a profile, a resume or LinkedIn profile that it mentions everything, it's not going to be appealing. And also, some people say, like, okay, Caroline, that's easy. I just change my resume and just not my LinkedIn profile, so that stays static. The problem here is, like, that it's your self-marketing material, and there needs to be congruency between your resume and your LinkedIn profile. So you can't have a disconnect, because a disconnect really creates like that people don't have the confidence, and that people start doubting your capability, because they see and read one thing on your resume and they see and read one thing on your LinkedIn profile. So there needs to be congruency between the two. So you have to be very mindful of, like, okay, what do I say? What message do I want to to put out in the world, and what message do I need to have that create that consistency. I hope that helped. If you're interested to find out more, definitely schedule a call with me. The call schedule thing URL is newhorizoncoaching.com.au/call. And I will see if I can have a banner up. Perfect. And schedule in a time for a quick chat. Like on the chat, what we're going to do very quickly is establishing where you're at the moment, what the roadblocks are, if and how I can help you, and then we actually can decide together if there is a fit and if we want to work together. And if we do, I will explain to you everything about my program and how it works. So I have a program that specializes in helping professionals like yourself navigate this uncertain job market and land their next leadership role. Now, when I say leadership role, this could be anything from people that have over 12 years plus experience, because even if you don't have management in your title, that you can still be a leader, a project leader, or a strategist, or a consultant, or whatever. So whatever, if you have over 6 figures and if you have over 12 years experience, and you're actively looking for a job and are struggling to navigate this job market, then this program is for you. It's a beautiful mixture of like getting the right training, having the right support, and having the right implementation that you need. So for the whole training and the whole program is designed for you to get rapid transformation. I will pop a link below this live stream so you can go and check that out. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to direct message me with the questions that you have and that you want my insights on. I'm more than happy to make a video and share my knowledge and expertise with you. Now, if we are not connected yet, connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm all about networking. It's all about who you're connected to. The broader your network, the more people I can reach with my message, and the more people I can help transform their job search and their career. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.